Good morning, everyone. Today's topic in strategic human resource management is merger and acquisition. So, if we talk about merger and acquisition, it is one of the important aspect when it comes to strategic human resource management because any kind of corporate strategy can have effect on human resource related strategic activities. So first we need to understand what is merger and acquisition. So any kind of consolidation of two company into one company is called merger and acquisition. Yeah, but there is a slight difference between merger and the acquisition. So if we talk about merger, merger is combination of two companies into one form. So that means two company have having equal rights merged to one company. While acquisition is about one company taking over the other company. That means in this kind of consolidation, one company is dominating and the other company is under the dominance of first company, dominating company. So this kind of there are two kind of consolidation of companies. One is merger and one is acquisition. However, these two terms are used quite often in one of the same sense. And the reason behind merger and acquisition is generally is that two separate companies together can create more value as compared to being an individual stand. With the objective of wealth maximization, companies keep evaluating opportunity through the route of merger and acquisition. And this merger can takes place in the form of, by purchasing assets of one company by another company, by purchasing common shares, or by exchanging shares for the assets, or by exchanging share for the shares. So these four are the process by which a company can merger or acquire another company. Now we have to talk about the types of merger and acquisition. However, in if you go through different books, you will find various type of merger and acquisition on the basis of different terms. So generally, the merger and amalgamation can happen in two forms. First, merger through absorption, that means absorption of one company by another company, or by through consolidation, that means two company merge into one. So merger can also be classified uh, in three types on the basis of economic perspective. If you talk about economic perspective, there are three kind of uh, mergers and acquisition. First is called your uh, horizontal acquisition. So if two firms are of the same industry merged to each other is called horizontal acquisition or merger. Two second kind of merger is called vertical merger. So what is vertical merger? At different production stage of value chain, if two companies who are composing a different product production stage of a single product, so and these two companies have merged, so such merger is known as vertical integration or vertical acquisition. Like for example, if a company is manufacturing a product and a certain other company who is dealing in the packaging of that product, so if these two company merge, it is called vertical merger. And third is called conglomerate merger. So this kind of merger is merger among two companies, two industries which is unrelated to each other. see, the vertical and horizontal integration, the companies are some or the other way associated or related to each other. But in conglomerate merger, there is no relation between two companies. So such companies can be merged together under conglomerate merger. Uh, and from the legal perspective, there are further two kind of mergers. First is a statutory merger. It is a legal merger. It is when a company has to merge with certain other company, uh, and it is the legal norm or government regulation to come into a market like this. So this is a kind of statutory merger. And second is subsidiary merger. If a company has a subsidiary, that means a company is a holding company, and the company is having more than 50% share of some other company. So the first company who is holding shares is become uh, what do you call, a holding company, and the second company whose share is by holded by the holding company is called subsidiary company. So if these two kind of company, that means holding and subsidiary company, merge together, or the holding company acquire the functions of subsidiary company, this kind of merger is called subsidiary merger. So these are the kind of merger and acquisition. Now we move on to the topic why companies uh, acquire merger and acquisition strategies. So these are corporate level strategies, but it has a huge impact on HR perspective as well. So on the slide, you'll see that there are various reasons why a company go for merger or acquisition. First is financial synergy for low cost capital. See, if an organization find it to find it very cost effective in terms of capital acquirement, or in any financial term, to acquire some other company. So one of the reason is that. And second is improving company's performance and accelerate growth. So that means a company uh, has a restricted area of performance, and if he grow in by the way of merger or acquisition, it will certainly help in performance, and it can help in improve growth factor of the organization as well. Third is economy of scale. That means to gain any kind of advantage of the economic scenario or the market situation, some company follow the strategy of merger and acquisition. Next is diversification for higher growth product or market. So if a company want to acquire a new market for a new product, so merger and acquisition is the best way for doing it. To increase market share and positioning, giving broader market access. So if you want to increase your market share, or you want to position your product in some new market, so by the help of acquisition or merger, you can be better projected in the new market, or you can increase the share of market for your product as well. Then strategic alignment of technological changes. So it is easier to cope up with technological changes if you strategically done merger or acquisition for a company who is advanced in IT. Next is tax consideration. There are certain laws which have a certain tax consideration when you uh, uh, come into a new market as a merged or the acquired company. So that kind of benefit will also avail when you adopt the strategy of merger or acquisition. Value add undervalued target. That means if you have a certain targeted values and you are not achieving that target, so you can acquire a strategy of merger and acquisition to value to provide under valued target as well. And the last reason is diversification of risk. If you merge with a company, so the risk of failure can be distributed among two companies. So it is not full-fledged risk for a particular company. So for the reduction on in terms of risk for entering into new market, the merger and acquisition strategy is also adopted by many organizations. So this was all about concept type and the reason of merger and acquisition. Thank you.